This is Dave Daly with Lincoln City Strong. I'm here with Michelle Hamrick. She is a resident of Otis and working with the Red Cross. And Michelle, we're here at the Lincoln City Community Center. You've set up here today, and share with our audiences the specific service the Red Cross is doing to help those during this fire.
So specifically right now, our services consist of sheltering. So all the processes with sheltering, bringing people in, interviewing them, making sure that they're safe, they have a place to sleep, and that they get food. So that is really the process of what we're doing right now. Immediately after disaster, making sure people have a safe place to stay.
Well, there are a number of rooms taken over here at the community center, and I saw sheets. Are they assessing which homes were destroyed, so when the people come here they know who to help? How is that being organized?
So anyone that's been evacuated from the fire, Echo Mountain fire, or anywhere, can come here to our shelter and register and get a place to stay.
Gotcha.
It doesn't matter. We want anyone that is displaced to have a safe place.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And we noticed Lincoln City CERT was here in their
Yes.
van and transporting food.
Right.
How's it been to work with Lincoln City CERT, and kind of how does that service get handed off from the food that's maybe collected here, but then in the different hotel rooms that people are sheltering in, they know where they're located, which hotel, and it's kind of like Red Cross is helping them with a roof over their head and also food, yes?
Right, that's correct. So CERT is a great partner to Red Cross, and especially here in Lincoln County, we have very, very strong CERT members here, and we have been good partners for many years. We train together, and it has been really good. So when we asked them to come and help us, they immediately rallied, and they are doing things for us today. We asked them this morning, and today here they are, and they're helping us to deliver food. The way that we work it is that anyone that is in our shelter is sheltered by Red Cross. We're going to bring them breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and we do a knock and drop. Because of COVID, we're sheltering a lot different.
Right.
So because COVID safety, we knock on the door, we drop the food, we step back, make sure they're okay, ask them a couple questions, and then go on to the next room. So we provide them with a list of all of the clients, of what rooms they're in,
Great.
not their names, but what rooms they're in, and the number of people, and so they go there and they drop it. We utilize CERT because they know what they're doing, they're trained, and they're just really great partners.
And so should someone want to donate so that you have resources, where do we direct our audiences to donate to the Red Cross?
You should donate at redcross.org. It's the best way to help Red Cross right now, to help provide safe sheltering for our clients, is to donate to redcross.org, and it will help us to provide the shelter and food that we're providing today.
And should you want to volunteer, I'd also look out Lincoln City CERT. I'm sure they're finding other ways that they're asked to help out in these uncertain times, and it's kind of a fluid recovery process. We heard that the National Guard has now arrived. We've seen Jeeps arriving around. You live in Otis.
I do.
And wow, for you to not only be worried about your neighbors, your neighborhood, but you're here, we just want to say thank you. That's taken a lot of, you didn't know you're doing this 2 weeks ago. So
No.
what do you want to say to our Lincoln City community about the fortitude it takes to just take each day one day at a time and know we're going to get through this?
So I've worked in a lot of different disasters, and this one is different for me, of course, because I am directly affected by the disaster. I am evacuated, and I didn't have the knowledge of whether my house was safe or not safe, whether my neighbors were safe or not safe. So it was very, very stressful, but just being able to give back to my own home community, I didn't want to leave here. Immediately I said I want to stay here and I want to work here.
Wow.
So this is my home, and these are my people, and I'm happy to be here and help.
Wow. And kudos to our first responders, our North Lincoln Fire, all the other agencies, Newport, Depot Bay, down the coast. I know they came from many different municipalities and came to our aid, and we fortunately haven't heard of any loss of life.
I haven't heard of
And that's just a fortunate thing around our state. It's been devastating that even losing family,
I
human
know.
life. And so thank you to you. You know where to donate, you know how to volunteer, and stay tuned. This is probably going to transition and it's not going to go away tomorrow. This could be months in the recovery process. So just
The
stay
recovery
tuned.
comes next. So
Yeah.
we'll work on keeping everybody safe right now, making sure that they have food on the table, and then next comes recovery, and it can be a long process, but this community is very strong and committed to one another, and so it will be a strong community again.
Yeah, and we really learn our bonds of a community when you're challenged. So thank you to everyone around the state I know who also wants to give resources. And we're getting organized. There's another group of volunteers. And for us to be clear and specific of what the outlying community can do to help us. So just stay tuned. Also connect with the Lincoln County call line, because I'm sure they're giving out your information for people
the
calling
call
in.
center. Yeah, the call center has a lot of information, a lot of extra community resources, food, clothing, pet supplies, children's supplies, infant supplies, all of those things. It is very helpful for them to organize that, and the thing about donations is that if we wait a little bit and figure out exactly what it is that everyone needs, and then work on the specific needs of each member of the community.
Yeah.
So.
And you having been through these disasters before, it's great that you can kind of give guidance. This is an experience the Red Cross has in disasters.
Yeah.
And we all react and want to do stuff.
Right.
But I know there's piles of clothes. Who's going to sort those clothes? So I would say also be in communication, and as the needs arise, let's step up as those needs become clear. Is that
Right.
what you're saying?
Exactly right. That's exactly what I'm saying, is that we just need to take a little bit of a breather and make sure that we aren't creating a disaster on top of the disaster with all the unsolicited donations.
Right.
Somebody has to manage it, and I know a lot of places though, there is the need, but a lot of places are starting to kick into gear and so any of that needs to go through that call center line, and they can help manage that. Yeah.
All right, well, we'll circle back in future updates, but you're here in Lincoln City, just moved in this morning. Welcome.
Right. Thank you.
I also noticed our Lincoln City Park and Rec staff are multitasking, and they're partnering. What do you want to say to our staff here at the community center and kind of making this your new command center in their partnership?
Well, I have to say that they stepped up right away. They reached out to me, and they said that they were happy to come. They actually had a congregate shelter here during the initial days of the evacuation in their gym, and they've done a great job. And they are supporting us, helping us run our operation, checking temperatures, making sure everything's safe. They're cleaning once an hour. They're really on top of it. So they're an amazing bunch of people too.
And it's going to be focused for the Red Cross. We have a bunch of families out around Devil's Lake who their gas is shut off.
Right.
They have no hot water.
Right.
There's showers here, but at this point, this is really a command center for housing those evacuees.
Right.
It's not in any way what a community center used to be. So
But the community center has actually been closed. So they asked us to come in. That's why we could use the center. We wouldn't be able to use a center like this if it was normal days and people were utilizing it. So we're really very grateful to them for offering it to us.
Yeah, and reach out to a neighbor if you need a warm shower. Mostly all the neighborhoods along the coast have gas. Have warm showers. So I just want to communicate, as this building is multi-purpose, it's serving a really key function right now. May change in the future, but let's keep this place lean so they can help those in need and not have it be masked with a bunch of other questions so they can do their job to the best. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I agree. We do have information coming from the county here, so I do want to make sure that people know that if they're affected by the disaster, that they can come here for information. We also have disaster stress management here. The county is supplying that. So it's very important that if people feel like they need to just have a chat and talk about it, it really does help, and it's key to do that now rather than later.
Okay.
So our county specialists for disaster stress management are here.
Okay.
Red Cross disaster stress management is not here yet, and
Yeah.
the county is filling, and it's amazing. They're filling a need that is key.
Yeah.
here.
All right, well, we'll let you back into your
Thank you.
meetings. We took her just for a minute, but thank you.
Thank
Please
you.
express to all of them inside how grateful we are.
Great. Thank
And we'll
you.
be in touch. Thank you. I'm
Okay.
Dave Dally with Lincoln City Strong. Thank you.